Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dadia. We have with us Riya Singh, technical analyst, Currencies, joining in. Welcome to the show, Riya. First, let's start with what's happening with the Indian rupee. Today's session was a volatile session. We ended, however, pretty much flat at levels of around 74.32 against the dollar. Uh, you know, and since an all-time low of almost 76.91 that we registered, in April, what does this actually tell you with regards to the movement from here on?
Yes. Uh, so yes, the rupee has been quite volatile, and even if you look at the yesterday session, it had fell sharply yesterday, and I was getting a lot of question as to why this is happening. So let me just address that for a bit. So the why the sharp fall of what did happen yesterday in the yesterday session was, see, the fall in the rupee was adamant, because if you look at the previous sessions or even the sessions for the month of August, it has been strongly resisting the the levels of 75.10, 75.15. It has not been able to breach the levels and go beyond that. So any green shoots happening into the rupee was not very adamant, or was not very doing any favors with respect to the uptick momentum into the pair. So we were looking forward to the breach of the range that it was trading in. It had respected the horizontal channel range of 75.15, 74.95 for a quite long time, and when it did give a breakout on the lower side, it went sharply. Uh, the other part why did it happen was because there was a selling that happened yesterday. The FII banks were selling into the rupee. So this is what we saw yesterday. Yes, with the kind of streak or the bearish momentum where it corrected 75 paise or so, there was some pullback that was expected, which we saw in today's session. It did pull back to around 74.50, 74.55, on the higher side. So the today's session was entirely on the pullback, pullback thing, and it giving a close around 74.27 is actually a positive, because even in today's session, it was very important for the rupee to respect the 74.25 once it gave a breach out on the higher side. So it respecting that is surely a positive sign that it might again test 74.15 to the coming session.
Right, so that's with regards to where the Indian rupee goes. Now, a lot of impact coming in with what's happening to the US dollar as well. Do you think that, firstly, that the dollar is losing its position as a reserve currency? Because clearly, if you see the kind of movement in terms of where the US dollar is concerned, you are seeing a lot of pressure on the dollar index. It's treading water ahead of a slew of important data releases as well, and speeches that could be expected from, a Fed chair. Additionally, you have the US Treasury market, which is likely to come under pressure as well, because dealers and investors have readied themselves almost for $148 billion of short term US Treasury issuance that could happen. And that probably will press yields higher as well. So, if you have to take all of these data points, what could be expected over the next couple of days, what's the kind of direction you're seeing on the US dollar?
Yes, with respect to the data that will be released, as well as the data that already has been released, I think dollar will continue to remain under pressure, because if you look at the U.S. inflation data that was shown, it has slowed down sharply since the onset of COVID-19 pandemic. But the few statements that were made by the Federal Reserve has also showed that there is a collapse in the demand into the various sectors, whether it is a consumer shelter sector or the consumer altogether. There is a quite collapse in the demand, which is a major threat right now for the economy, because it is very important for any economy activity to pick up, that there is a pickup into the demand, to kind of start the circle down there. So yes, it will continue to remain pressure because of that. Then there is the China issue that is going on, uh, which will put an another pressure on the dollar. And like you said, on Thursday Powell will have a gathering with the central bankers in, where he is expected to provide further clarity into the US central bank efforts to revamp its approach to the monetary policy. So a lot of the directional momentum into the dollar is dependent on this symposium. What talks or what statement will be released from him, because it will hold as a guideline as to where they are expecting the US economy to fall in, and what are the steps that they'll be ready to take in. So a lot of that will result into the momentum of the dollar. On the contrary, there is a pickup into the other safe havens, into the euro, into the yuan. Yeah. So I think going forward, it will continue to trade into a very narrow range as far as dollar index is concerned, because obviously it is, from past two sessions, if you see, it has not breached any or given a quiet momentum on either side. So it will continue to remain range bound until any such statements are made. I think the market is waiting for the Powell statement, which will be released on Thursday.
Right. And overall, Ria, if you go to see with what's happening to the euro, that's also a pretty interesting move. We are still in the positive. What do we expect ahead as ECB meeting comes up?
Yes, so Euro actually is one of the outperformer pair into, for the month of August. It has given quite a green momentum. But yeah, we are seeing some pullback into this. Probably it is reacting to the, composite PMI fall that it has observed for the month of August, coming to 51.6, which is lower than what was forecasted, which was 55, after broad-based improvement across euro economies in the month of July. So a softer reading of services drove all of the month's decline, while a manufacturing PMI fell only marginally, but still the decline has come a slight disappointment with respect to the policymakers and also the market. So how will the policymakers of the eurozone will combat this fall into the PMI, and how they will, continue with the expansion with respect to their developments in the real economy, will be taken into consideration while putting forward any forecast on the Euro USD. So that will be decided into the upcoming, ECB meeting, which is in September. So it is uh, the September issue projections will be quite a key statement that will be looked forward when it comes to the Euro USD. But for till it comes, I think Euro USD is positive. I don't see anything. There can be a short cool off that can happen because of the recent data that has been released, but due to the dollar remaining under pressure, we will see pickup into the euro, as well as into the yen, into the coming sessions.
Right. So overall, for Ria, for tomorrow, any strategies that you would want to recommend?
Yes. So with respect to the rupee, I think if there is a positive open again above 70.25, one can definitely go again for a buy into the pair, and 74.25 call will again be attractive for the rupee. So 74.25 call one should look after, and to also go into the future contract. So look for a positive breakout of 74.25 to get into these these trades. So these are the two strategies that you can follow with respect to the rupee. JPY has corrected quite a bit, so I think we can definitely see some bounce back that can happen with respect to the JPY. So open above 69.95 should be a positive signal to go long into the pair. So go long into JPY above 69.95 for the target of 70.10, 70.25 for the coming sessions. Now, then obviously you can definitely go long into the euro and pound as well. 88, a breach of 88 will be a quite good signal for going long into the pair for a 30 paisa target into the euro INR. So above 88, go for a target of 88.30 with the target of 87.85. Now, euro is quite volatile, so make sure you place your risk and reward ratio accordingly. So 87, 85, maybe a 15 paisa SL, but it is what is required because of the volatility that it is going through. So you can definitely follow these strategies into the tomorrow session.
Right. Thank you, Riya, so much for getting us those strategies tomorrow as well. And thank you, participants, for coming by. We will see you back again now on Thursday with more with regards to what's happening in the currency market.